Tigers. Thank you for joining us for virtual chats with undergraduate admissions and recruitment at the I Love Jackson State University. Today we have valuable information as always that you can use. We have the Army ROTC program here at Jackson State, and we have Lieutenant Colonel Robinson, and he is the department chair of military sciences here at Jackson State, and he's going to tell you all about the program today. How you doing today?
I'm good, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Colonel, please tell us, what is the mission of the ROTC program?
So our mission here at the Tiger Battalion is to recruit, educate, develop, and inspire cadets to commission in the United States Army, whether it be active duty, reserve, or guard. When they come here, they just got to be ready to work and ready to put in that time to be an excellent commissioned officer in the Army.
Okay. And can you share what your vision is for the program?
Yes, ma'am. So I want to make sure we recruit highly motivated students from Jackson State and across town colleges. We want to give them all the tools they need to make them successful United States Army once they commission. But a couple things I want them to do is basically, I know they're going to represent the United States Army, but I want them to represent themselves, the community, the Tiger Battalion, and Jackson State.
Indeed. Okay. And Colonel Robinson, is there anything else that you would like to share with incoming students? Because we're talking to our first-time freshmen who will be coming in the fall, as well as our transfer students. Is there anything else you would like to share with them?
Just stay positive, stay motivated, and we will get through this together.
We have Mr. Rodney Hall, who is Recruiting Operations Officer with the Army ROTC program here at Jackson State. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Linda.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and we're so glad to have you. Can you tell our first-time freshmen and transfer students that will be coming in the fall about the ROTC program at Jackson State? What are the requirements to be a part of the Army ROTC program?
Well, good question, Linda. And I would tell you that getting into Army ROTC is easier than what most people realize. Okay, number one, no, you do not have to be in the military or have served in the military. You do not have had to have served in JROTC as well. You just need to be enrolled as a student here at Jackson State University. Take the ROTC class. There is also a lab that goes along with the class. And the lab is where you do more of the hands-on training. And the classroom, of course, is the classroom phase of it. So put it on your schedule. Once you get it on your schedule, at that point, then we'll make a connection with you. And that's when we'll start talking to you about opportunities that lie within the program.
Okay. And so does the Army ROTC offer any scholarships?
Yes, in fact, we do. We happen to be the largest merit-based scholarship program on the Jackson State campus. A lot of people don't realize that.
Okay.
I think last year we gave out over $1.2 million in scholarships in total. So this is definitely a place to come if you're seeking for a way to pay for your education at little or no cost to you. And so basically the way that works is this. We do have a 4-year scholarship. However, to get a 4-year scholarship, you must have applied while you were in high school. And that's our national scholarship. But once you get on campus here, we have a 3-year, a 2.5-year, and a 2-year scholarship. To apply for the scholarship, first you must be able to pass a physical fitness test, which consists of 2-mile run, 2 minutes worth of push-ups, 2 minutes worth of sit-ups. All right? And then you have to take a physical examination, which just to make sure that your overall health is pretty good. Once you do that and you have a GPA of a 2.5 and above, then you can compete for one of our scholarships.
Wow. Okay. That's some good information.
Yeah.
And so students, I hope you're writing this down now. So when you come in the fall, you'll have all this written down and you know exactly what you need to do if you're interested in Army ROTC. Okay, so if a student is accepted as a cadet, what are their responsibilities? What are their overall responsibilities while they're here at Jackson State?
Well, like anything, when anybody, at the time somebody's paying for your education or funding you in any kind of way, there is some type of obligation that goes along with it.
Yes.
Initially, for your freshman and your sophomore, your obligation is you must participate. Basically what that means is a lot like if you were receiving a football scholarship, you couldn't get a football scholarship and not show up to practice.
Yeah.
Or you couldn't just not show up to a game. So we're a team just like the football team, just like the band, we're a team. And so we do have expectations. Some of those expectations are, you have to come do PT with us. Now, PT is one of those things that we do in the Army, and we do it very early in the morning. 5:45 in the morning is when PT takes place. We do that Monday through Thursdays. Okay? So that's the very first thing, participate in PT. In addition to that, we have other events and activities that you must participate in. I just like to run down a few. We have the football game. And you always see at the football game, we have the cannon. We call it the People's Cannon, named after Dr. John A. Peoples. And so we're responsible for the leading in the boom. So you get to be a part of the festivities down on the football field during football season. And then we have the push-up team. And the push-up teams, whenever our team scores, hey, we get down and knock out 10 for them. So that's a push-up team. In addition to the push-up team, we have other teams. We have the color guard team, and they present the colors prior to, the game start. We also have a team called the Ranger Challenge team, and that's where we get a little bit more physical and compete against other colleges across the nation. And in addition to that, we have a Sabre team. And so you get to be a member of one of those teams. You can participate from one team to the next, from one year to the next. All right. So, and then in addition to that, we have some scheduled events that take place every year, no matter what. We have our dining in, and that's going to take place here on campus at Jackson State. That's basically where all the cadets come together, and it's kind of like a formal fun night out for dinner. All right. And then we have our spring gala, and that's where you get to bring your significant other. And we all dress up in our formal gowns and tuxedos and everything. And we have a formal gala, and that's another event. And in addition to that, we do various fundraisers. We have a Hall of Fame that we put on every 2 years. And FTXs. FTX stands for Field Training Exercises. We're going to do 2 a year, one in the spring and then one in the fall. Okay? And then you also required to take an annual PT test. You do an annual once a year, but every month we do a record PT test or a diagnostic PT test just to make sure that you're maintaining that top level physical fitness like Colonel Robinson was talking about, so that you can be ready to support and defend this great nation of ours.
Yes. That's some good stuff. So, okay. And you're telling me a lot of things I didn't even realize about the Army ROTC. So this is amazing.
Yes.
Okay. And so can you inform students also of some of the other benefits of being a part of the Army ROTC here at Jackson State?
Wow. So I'll say this. I've been around Army ROTC now for over 20 years. And the one thing that I can say that goes beyond the monetary value, because everybody knows that if you get an ROTC, you're going to get some kind of scholarship. If you join the Army, you're going to get some kind of health care and medical and dental and all that. That's fine. But the one thing that I say that surpasses any dollar amount is that mentorship and that leadership that you get while you're here in Army ROTC. We have a great mentorship program. If you notice when you look at our logo, we have 4 stars on our logo. We call ourselves a 4-star program. Reason being, those 4 stars represents the first 4 black generals that graduated from Jackson State and are now considered generals in the Army. Wow. And a general, ladies and gentlemen, is like the epitome of a CEO or president of a Fortune 500 company. And so that mentorship is what you're going to get. You get access to that upper echelon leadership that's going to help shape and mold you and prepare you for after you graduate from college. And I would say this, 98% of all of our cadets that graduate and become lieutenants, they end up getting employment immediately.
Wow.
So just some good things going on with ROTC that really put you at the forefront of your career upon graduating from college. Because, at the end of the day, we come to college, but we do it for a reason, and that intent is to have a career. And the Army is going to set you up for that.
So true. So true. And so, Mr. Hall, is there anything else that you would like to share about your particular program with students? Anything that may encourage a student who is still probably maybe on the fence about coming to Jackson State and really, still considering options. What can you do to take them off that fence to get them here?
Well, there are a couple of things I like to say about the program here at Jackson State. Number one, we nurture our cadets. I think that's important. You need to come to a school that has a program that's going to tend to your needs. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you don't know what your needs are as a student because you're new to this.
Yes.
And so, we take a hands-on approach. And like I said, you get that mentorship at every level, from the recruiter to your instructor to the professor of military science. Somebody's going to always be there to kind of keep their hand on you and make sure that you're headed down the right path for success. Number two, I like to point out is that, yes, we're HBCU here at Jackson State, but we have the most diverse program in the state of Mississippi. In total, we have 7 other schools that fall up under Jackson State. So, yes, you're coming to an HBCU, but we got people from every walk of life in our program because of that larger footprint. So coming to Jackson State, you're going to get that diversity, you're going to get that nurturing, and you're going to get all those tools that are going to be necessary that's going to make you successful upon graduating from college.
And that's what matters. That's what matters. And students, I think some of the things that you've noticed through all of the virtual chats is that we talk about the nurturing. We talk about the support. You can get all of that right here at Jackson State University. And as we wrap up, I do want to allow Mr. Hall to share his contact information, because we definitely want you to be able to get in contact with him. Mr. Hall, what is that contact information for you?
So that contact information would be, the best place to reach us is on our website. Once you get to the website, we have multiple layers of ways you can contact us. You can text us, you can call us, or you can email us. But for that website, it's going to be www.jsums.edu/AROTC/. Or if you just like to talk to somebody on a personal level, you can reach me at 601-979-2177.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you. And so students, again, you've gotten some valuable information today. In the comment box, I will list all of Mr. Hall's contact information. Make sure you go online to obtain more information and reach out to him with the various questions that you may have about the Army ROTC program here at Jackson State University. And just remember, we're on every Monday and Friday at 1:00 p.m. on Jackson State University's undergraduate admissions and recruitment YouTube channel. We thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Right stuff, Tiger Tough.